And on today's video, we are going to go over a Facebook Marketplace purchase that we made. We purchased it on Sunday. I had been perusing Facebook Marketplace a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I noticed this listing had popped up. I thought the prices were really high. They were looking for, or they had listed it at $150. Especially when you read, the description, and it said certain things, and you're like, oh, okay, I can't pay that much. Well, on Sunday he had lowered it, I think, to 40. I think 40 is what we paid for it, and I messaged him immediately, and then we picked it up on Monday night. There are just certain things that you just love. I love Lego. I love Star Wars. I love video games. And when you can put any of those things together and resell, it is just a fantastic formula. So today we're going to go over something I felt needed to do, which was save these items, because if nothing else, they would just end up in the trash. And there are certain things for video games that increase the price of a video game quite a bit, which is boxes, manuals, especially on older cartridges. And these boxes, which are all Lego Star Wars, all from 99 to 2002, 2003, are really cool. If nothing else, I think people will be interested in making them display pieces. Maybe they already have the ship or the figures and they want the box behind it on the display shelf. And that's kind of why we went after them. I've only listed 3 so far. I'll probably list another 3 to 5 today as I'm shooting this. But we did sell one. We sold one in the first 8 hours. It didn't sell for a ton, but it did sell, and hopefully somebody really enjoys the box. So we're going to go through them real quickly. We paid $40 for what I'm about to show you. There were also some modern boxes. They're just, still on the shelf. It's not that impressive. We also got some kind of, giant X-Wing display piece, an R2-D2 cardboard cutout, and actually I kind of like it, the Star Wars Phantom Menace poster. I think it's 7 feet tall. It's got Maul, Qui-Gon, Anakin, and then Padme down here at the bottom. You may or may not be able to see it. But yeah, we're going to go through them real quick. Some boxes have their manuals with them, which is just an added bonus. And then some boxes don't have manuals, and then some manuals don't have boxes. But these were the first 3 I listed. Just a typical droid fighter. The box is crushed a little bit. They're not in mint shape. They are dusty. Some of the other ones are really dusty. I need to clean them a little bit better. This one is from 1999. It's 7111, and we listed it for $10 plus shipping. That was not the one that sold. This one is called the Final Duel 2. It's got Luke, and then a stormtrooper, and then an Imperial officer. You'll notice that these are so old that they're still using yellow as their skin color, not actual skin color peach or whatever you want to call it nowadays. And this box was from 2002. This is the box that sold, 7121 Naboo Swamp. Originally, it would have had a couple battle droids. I would assume that's Jar Jar Binks, which we all love in our own way, and then a Qui-Gon, which this is the box that did sell. Once again, we listed all 3 of those for $10 plus shipping. We just kind of wanted to see how the smaller boxes would do versus the bigger boxes. Some of these are there are no comps. You just can't look up box only Lego. It's not like a video game or a vintage toy. It's just another vintage toy. They just don't exist. It's either with Lego or no box at all. Another one that we have is the Jedi Starfighter. This is Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. 7143. This is an early one too. I think this is actually 2002. So I would assume this is it's probably the second wave. 1999 was the first time Lego had done anything with Star Wars. That's when they got the IP for it. This one's rough. This is an R2D2. It's 809. They also released an R2D2 this year. Comes with a anniversary figure. It's $100 and it looks a million times better than this one. This one, like, there's no plating. You can see right through them in spots. But I have the box and I think that's pretty cool. And then probably one of the cooler ones, 7144. This is Slave One. I know Disney doesn't call it Slave One anymore. They call it, Boba Fett Starship or something. Once again, all of these were empty. And when you first looked at the listing, you were probably like flabbergasted, like, I can't wait to get them. But they're all empty boxes. Some have the manuals. None of these that I've shown you so far, I'll save those for the end. And none of them have Legos. Like, they're all empty. And I think I think the person selling them was really hoping that he would have more of a market. Instead, he had almost no market and then dropped it by dropped it $110. So he had it listed multiple times, multiple ways: Star Wars collector, Lego collector, Star Wars Lego collector, and I just happened upon one of them. This one is a TIE Fighter 7146. This one's probably one of the better boxes, like an actual good shape, except for right up here. It's got kind of a gnarly little nick to it, but they don't exist. I think the last 4 boxes I've shown you are probably in that $15 to $20 range. Like I said, there are no comps. I don't know how they're gonna do. I figured $40 was a really good gamble. This one is the Imperial Shuttle. This is 7166, and it is not in the greatest shape. This one's from 2001, and it could use like a box protector, like they do on the Funko Pops and video games and stuff. It'd make it really nice and make it stand a little bit better. But I don't know. I figured somebody would enjoy them. This one is number 7133. I actually think this is the most expensive box out of all of them. I think it's also the most expensive set because of one of the figures in it. This is the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. And I think it's because it has, oh man, I don't remember her name. Samwise? It's kind of covered up by the sticker. But it's the little bounty hunter that tried to kill Padme. This box is okay, but I think like this box may be our most expensive one, and we're probably listed for like $40. The other issue is shipping these. You have to use box. You can't just bubble wrap it and throw it in a poly mailer and hope it doesn't get destroyed. So some of these are a little bit more obscure boxes. You don't want them to be too tall. You want them to just fit just right. So it's taken me a little bit longer to find all the right boxes before I start selling them all. Imperial ATST 7127. This one's also from 2001. It would have come with a Chewbacca and then a couple alternate builds. We're almost done. We got a handful of just the manuals themselves. I think we got 5 different sets. None of them are incredibly valuable. They're probably $5 to $10 per book. They're still readily available. I think you're more likely to have the book than you are to have the box. I never kept any of my boxes. I threw everything away. And then we get to the ones that have the manual and box. This one's Anakin's Pod Racer. 7131 had both the box and the manual. I think this one is like a $15 box. It's not a very expensive set, for how old it is. It's from 1999. It would have come with 2 minifigures, Uh, well, yeah, too many figures, both Padme and Anakin. Once again, we still have the yellow skin tone because we are pre 2000. I don't know the exact year, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. This is probably the first X-wing fighter, 7140. It's both got the box and the manual. The box is in, actually, now that I look at it, probably one of the better boxes. There's something rolling around. It's probably a June bug. I believe this guy kept them in the garage for a long time. It's from 1999. And yeah, it's got, I think it was that $30 range for box and manual. And then the final one, which I think is kind of probably would have been the coolest one to get as a set, is the Sith Infiltrator 7151. Once again, no Legos, just boxes and manuals. But like I said in the beginning, I just don't know how collectible boxes are. I know they really increase value for video games and toys and other things. So I decided to take this, fairly basic gamble and see what we can get. I think this one was a $25 set with the book and the manual. But yeah, that's kind of, unfortunately, we didn't have any garage sales last weekend. This coming weekend is the first, or is the beginning of spring break for the local area. So hopefully, we always joke that they should have lots of garage sales then for people to make money for, to do stuff while on spring break. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but we will go to them as best as possible. And that's all we've got for today. Rebecca's at work. I thought I'd shoot this real quick because I just picked it up and I want to get them listed. Thank you for watching and have a great day.